Let's make a really cute barn using our printables. So if you're not familiar, we have a printable subscription, and I'm using April's prints today. That way you can kind of see what to do with them when you get them. We offer both a physical and a digital subscription. So same prints, just different ways you can receive them. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out this barn. I cut it out and then I traced it onto some cardboard. And my cardboard was just a little smaller than I wanted, so I taped some together. Then I'm going to trace it again onto some corrugated cardboard. So the thicker cardboard's going to make it a little more sturdier than what it would be if I just did it on corrugated cardboard. That's why I'm using two pieces. So then I'm going to tape the door pieces together, and I'm going to trace them onto my corrugated cardboard and also trace my window. So you're going to have some cutting to do with this. And then I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and cut out the window. And you have to take a couple passes on it until it finally comes out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the door. Now remember, we're doing this backwards, so you want to go the opposite way of what you want your door to open when you cut. So you're not cutting the whole way around, you're just cutting three ends. And then we're going to trace it onto the cardboard. And then I'm going to trace the door onto the corrugated cardboard. Then we're going to trace the roof on. And we're doing that just on the corrugated cardboard. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And then I'm cutting out another little piece of cardboard because, again, my cardboard was just a hair shorter than what I wanted. So then we're going to go ahead and paint this red. I'm using flamenco red. To me, it looks more of like a barn red than the actual barn red color. So we're going to paint the barn and then that little square piece of cardboard with the red. Now, I have a slower tutorial. If you subscribe to our printables, we have a live video of this over in the private group. So if this is too fast for you, we'll have a slower, more detailed video over in the private group. So then I'm going to paint the top roof black. And I'm just using chalk paint for this. You can use chalk paints and acrylic paints. I'm using a mix of both today for this project. So then we're going to make sure everything is nice and dry. And then I'm using this balsa wood. I got this at Hobby Lobby and it's in with the hobby section of stuff. Like the train, I think it's like Train and Hobby. So it's pretty cheap. It's like $1.49 for one piece and it's pretty long. So I cut some of that down and painted it white. And we're just going to paint this. I painted a few popsicle sticks because I wasn't sure if I was going to need them. In the end, I ended up not needing them. So if you get a piece of that balsa wood, that should be plenty. So then we're going to come over here and we're going to draw the top, trace the top window on, and both windows, we're going to trace those on to our cardboard, and then we're going to cut out the printable. So this also comes with April's prints. Our bonus is the barn pattern, and then this is part of the prints. And we're going to go ahead and paint the back red, just in case we cut our print a little too short that we don't see cardboard through. So then we're going to put Mod Podge on. So make sure when you paint enough that you can see your pen line through it still. And then we're going to Mod Podge our cow into place. And then I'm putting a little rub and buff around the ends just so everything kind of blends in when I go to put my corrugated cardboard on top. So then we're going to cut the chicken out. This is on your print also. This is on your bonus print. And we're going to lay it down on the window. And I had to cut it just a few times to get it the right size. That looks pretty good. So then we're going to stain it. I used some coffee. You can use distressing spray. Whatever you have to give it more of an antique look if you wish. I did it a few times because I wanted it just a little bit darker than what it was. And then I took some Mod Podge and Mod Podge that in. Again, make sure you can see your pen lines when you paint, so you know where to Mod Podge that. So then we're going to hot glue the corrugated cardboard over top everything. And then we're going to glue that other piece on too, where I said it was too short. Next, we're going to go ahead and glue the roof on. Make sure that's glued on good. So then we're going to come over with our balsa wood that we painted white, and we are going to glue that down in place. And we're going to just make this kind of look like a barn door. So you're going to put those crisscrosses in. You're going to have to lay it and trace it to get your angles right. And this stuff cuts really easy. It cuts just with scissors. It's almost like foam. So I'm just laying it down and tracing it. Then I'm going to, as soon as I get these edges cut, we're going to cut the center so it lays flat. So you can see I'm tracing the center out and cutting those down. That way it lays flat in there. And that looks pretty good. So then to finish this off, I'm just going to take some Rub and Buff and I'm going to put it over the entire project just so it looks like a rusty barn. That's looking pretty good. So I did it over everything, even the balsa wood and the roof. And I'm using the color Spanish Copper for the Rub and Buff, and I wanted to get some on the back of the door here too. And then to finish this project, we're just going to add a little bit of Excelsior to the chicken. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this project. For details on how to sign up for our subscription, you can find those below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.